Welcome back, guys. Hope you all had a well rested weekend. Welcome back to the third video. So the third video, we did touch on risk management. We said we're going to continue with risk management, but I think we covered the basics. All right. So we're going to move into what is support and resistance. Support and resistance is a form of type of strategy that we use in Forex to basically see where the market's turning points is. So the first thing you must understand, I'm just going to jump into it. The first thing you must understand, we call it the S and R. It is what I like to use it. It is your floor, it's your roof and your floor. The market moves, so it will try and always move from the floor to the roof and from the roof to the floor. Does that make sense? So yeah, so that's how basically the simplest way I can put it is the roof and the floor. So we're looking to sell from the roof and we're looking to buy from the floor. So that is support and resistance. Many traders use it in technical analysis to actually check where points are in the market, where the market is actually turning. So what qualifies as a support and as a resistance? A resistance and a support, to be a valid resistance and a valid support, it needs to touch that point and turn around at least twice or more. So if the market touches it touches that point one time, it's not a confirmed resistance or confirmed support or floor, confirmed floor and confirmed roof. It needs to touch it at least twice or more so that you can now identify it as a support and resistance. So we're going to cover just support and resistance. The next video will be around what is trend lines and all of those stuff. So we will be covering in this market the different market movements we get, and we also will implement support and resistance onto that so that you guys understand what breakouts is and all of those stuff. So we're going to jump into support and resistance. We already know it's our floor and our roof, and now we're going to hop onto the three market trends that we get. So you need to know this in order for you to use support and resistance. So we're going to touch on the market trends, and then the next video will be around trend lines. That's how you're going to use and identify the market trends. So support and resistance normally looks like this, where there is a point in the market touched, gave a pattern, actually came down, gave a pattern. So remember, guys, the market won't just move like this. The market will move in patterns. Like for instance, we'll do a double bottom, triple bottom, all of those market patterns you also need to know. We will discuss that in a video as well. So the market will shoot up, make a bullish flag, break out, shoots up, impulsive break. Like it will do like that. It won't just go up and down the whole time. So we need to understand support and resistance. Now this is support and resistance. We get our resistance point here and we get our support point here. So as you guys can see, at this point, the market was supported by this area. So support and resistance is not just a line, guys. It's actually an area. So it will look like a rectangle. So support and resistance is not just a line, it will be an area of support, an area of resistance. Do you guys understand that? Hope you guys are with me. So I'm just throwing freehand, guys, so don't mind the lines and stuff. So it will be, you can see the market supported it here. The market supported it here. The market supported. Now you know this is 1-2 touches. Now this qualifies as a valid support. All right, this qualifies now as a support. Now you see the market touched again. It struggled to break through this area as well. So that is now a confirmed resistance. It's 1-2 touches. So now you know 2 or more touches that you know now. Okay, right, I identify now my support and my resistance. So we're trying to buy from these areas. We're trying to buy. We're trying to sell from these areas. All right. So, but the market won't always just stay there. All right. So this is the next lesson. This is the next one. So that's why I'm hopping on to breakouts as well and market trends. I'm going. It actually does patterns where it actually moves in a trend, it moves in a consolidation, and it moves in a downtrend. So right. The first thing that we get is a uptrending market. Now, uptrending market's definition is basically an higher highs. So as you can see, this high over here is this one is higher, this high is higher, and this high is higher. So the low, the previous low, this is the low, this one is higher, this one is higher. So it's higher highs. I want you guys to write this down, and higher lows. So that qualifies as a uptrend. All right. If you see this, it is an uptrend. So I'm going to tell you guys how you use support and resistance with this as well. And then the next one that we get, let me just erase this. The next one you get is the opposite of an uptrend, a downtrend. So a downtrend market will look like this. It is vice versa. It's the inverse. Lower and the lows will be lower. So it's lower lows and lower high. So the same as the uptrend, but it's now just lower. So this will be a lower high and a lower low. So this qualifies now as a downtrend. All right. I hope you guys understand what I mean. Now, this is the third one that we get, and we call this a range, a consolidation phase. So it's where the market, like I showed you guys now in support and resistance, where the market just goes from support to resistance, from the resistance to support. All right, we call this a, there is no trend in this market. It just goes up, down, until it breaks out of the trend. So it breaks out, it retests, now it makes this previous support, it makes it now a resistance. You see confirmation, and it's pushing down from that area. Now this is no longer a support, right? Understand this. It's no longer support. This is now a resistance because it made a roof out of it. All right. The same, the same to the upside. The same to the upside. If it breaks this point and it comes back and it retests that point and it gives you confirmation that it's going up, then now this is no more a resistance. This is now qualified as a support. So that's how the market moves. It moves in phase. It breaks out of the trend. It breaks out of a new trend. It won't continue in the same trend forever. So it will definitely it will change trend sometime. Identify when it's changing trend is by using your trend lines, looking for the breakouts, and using your support and resistance. So let's come back to support and resistance. How to use it. So if I have an uptrend, right, you basically say this is an uptrend. You see the higher lows and the higher highs, and now you basically figuring, okay, right, I'm in an uptrend. Now you use your support and resistance. Now you use the breakout as well. Now you can see, all right. Now this is a resistance, previous resistance. It broke that, came back to retest that resistance, and made it a support now. Now your entry points will be around these areas to try and buy the market up because you can see it's in an uptrend. It's forming higher highs. So now you're trying to buy at these points of support when you see they're gonna continue in that trend. So now it's another break, a retest, and another buying opportunity. So you were trying to buy from support. The same concept works here with the downtrend as well. You're trying to sell from resistance. So let me make this clear that resist you always trade with trend. A lot of professional traders like to trade the we call it the correction phases in the market as well. I know there's a lot of them that's trading the correction phase, but that's short-term trades. That's short-term scalping. So you need to trade with the trend. The trend is your friend. So if the market is in a downtrend, all right, I will definitely look for sells the whole time. Look for sells because it makes sense. If you look for buys on these points, it's going to be tougher for you to make profit. It's just going to be the small move up, the small move up, the small move up. But look at the sell moves. All right, you'll always be in the right on the right side of the market, because even if you sold here, the market can continue down, so it can make lower highs as well. So you will always be in the right side of the market, so your trades will be more high probability. So this is how we trade. We trade with the trend. We trade if it's in a buy as well, you will look for buys. You won't look for sells, because the resistance comes into play in this. So let's recap. So SNR, all right, support and is support is your floor, resistance is your roof. So we like to buy from support, we like to sell from resistance. Does that make sense? So when the market comes in, we like to sell it down again to support, but the market won't. You guys must realize the market will always move like this. So we just use support and resistance for entry points and actually check where the market turns around. So in the next video, we'll be discussing how to use the trend lines and actually how to short as possible so that you guys don't fall asleep. There is a lot more to Forex than only the basics. We teach our students a bit more in depth of what goes around the market. It's not just support and resistance, but this is to give you guys a baseline of actually how it works, how the market moves, and what to look out for. So we're giving back to the community, guys. Like and share, subscribe to this channel, guys. There's a lot more content coming. We're busy setting up our new studio and our trading room. So we are basically going to give more to you guys. So like and subscribe, share this YouTube channel, and so that other people can also see the benefits of knowing what you are doing. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. On to the next one. Cheers.